Hi guys, in this tutorial we're making the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones as a topper. Because it's a topper and most people want to keep them, we're going to make this base from my favourite stuff, foam core. I've just drawn the back of the chair on, almost like a keyhole shape, and then just some rectangles for the base of the chair and the front. Is it the right size? Not a clue, we will just trim it as we need to. I haven't got the brain for scale drawings and blueprints, we will just make it and see how it goes. Cut the shape out with a scalpel. Here I've got a cake drum which is 5 inch. This is just for a guide for size so I know it will fit on the cake I've made. This is going to overhang when we get the paste on it so we can trim it down. These two pieces create the seat and the front. I'm going to trim these smaller too so the seat isn't as deep. It's all trial and error. I don't know if that comforts you to know I have got no idea what I'm doing or if it scares you, but it's all good, don't worry. I'll pop the link to the foam core size I use in the description box below. Once you've trimmed to size, run some hot glue along the seat and attach them together at a right angle. It should set in no time at all. Now hot glue the back of the seat and attach it to the main chair back. Once that's set, cut out a rectangle of foam core and hold it up against the side for the arms. Mark off the height you want with the scalpel and cut it to size. Do the same for the other side. Now you just want to glue the arms on. It doesn't matter if there's any gaps, it's all going to be covered. Next, place the throne on another piece of foam core and draw around the base. Then cut that out with a scalpel too. Hot glue all around the bottom and press it into place. Ta-da! A lightweight, large topper in the shape of a throne. If I can wing it, I'm sure you can. Give it a quick check that it will fit on your cake. Brush the throne with water or piping gel ready for covering. I can see you eyeing up my water pot. I'll pop a link for that too below. Using some dark grey sugar paste, cover your throne. It doesn't need to be neat as it's just the base, so you can patch it and cover it however you like. I covered the front first, then the back, and then patched any remaining pieces. With the Dresden tool, marking lines on the seat. You probably won't see them, but at least they're there in between any gaps in the swords. Do the same to the back, but out in a fan shape. Crisscross the back and the sides. Use a tapered sausage of grey and squash the sides until you have a point down the centre. You can use smoothers instead if you like. Apply this to the centre of the chair at the back and add 2 smaller ones at either side. Then you'll want 2 even smaller ones added to the front of the chair. If you have a pasta machine with a tagliatelle attachment, I've probably just butchered that pronunciation, then use it. It's perfect for cutting strips and they are a fab size for the swords. If you don't have one, then I feel for you, you're going to have to cut them all by hand. Sorry. I only have a pasta machine for cake making, it's never even seen a piece of pasta. I'll leave a link below. For the top spikes of the chair, roll out some paste, leaving it quite chunky at one end and thinner at the other. Cut the points out so they are fat at the base and thinner at the spike. Dampen the top of the throne and add the spikes, working smaller as they get down the sides. Now dampen the rest to start adding the swords. Just follow your scored lines, making a fan for the back and straight strips down the seat. Crisscross the sides and the back. You can texture the swords by poking holes in and dents with the Dresden tool. For the tops of the swords, roll out a small tapered sausage and curl it over the top of a blade. The handle is just a mini sausage, and then the tops can vary from a plain ball, a dotted one, or a striped one. Add them to the arms of the chair, the fan shape, and a few various blade ends. Using some silver lustre and some lemon extract, create a paint. Paint over the entire throne. Don't worry about getting in every crease, as you want it to look distressed and old. Using some dark gold metallic paint, you can paint the handles of the swords. Now the chair still looks a little shiny and new, so we're going to airbrush it with black colouring. This should catch in all the areas you didn't paint silver and darken the sword handles to make it look grubby and distressed. To seal in the lustre, I've got some PME glaze spray. Do take note of the paper as I spray it. As you can see, the glaze can react with the black airbrush colour and turn it blue or green, but for this it actually enhances our throne's aesthetic even more. There we go, all done. A throne topper that can be kept and is lightweight enough for the cake. You can even sit characters and figurines in it. Hope you enjoyed this topper tutorial. See you in the next one. Bye guys.